The first data that we were presented with was about Adrian's fund and what investment strategy it used. How did it break down its money invested into different components? And we thought components, that's pie chart or bar chart maybe here. So how do we do that? We could highlight the data, insert, and go straight to this pie symbol here. Click on that and say we just want a simple pie chart, please. And look at that, there it is. So we can resize this according to what we want. And we could go up here and say, actually chart elements. Maybe I don't want the legend down there. And we saw in the example in lecture, we had data labels. So we could do data labels and go more information and maybe more options. And maybe we want the values outside the end and we want them to include the category name. And again, we could look at resizing this to fit on the screen. By the way, if you want to quickly resize in Excel the whole screen, if you hold down Control and and use the mouse wheel, upwards zooms in and down zooms back out. We can of course adjust this, and you can edit this title to talk about, we want a more informative title. We should include information about the breakdown, etc. But this is our basic chart. Pretty easy to do there. What if you had missing information here? You can move these categories to say, actually, oh no, cash isn't included, sorry. Or I can include it again, so I can move information there, or I could go to select data, and here's all the data, and I can change what the actual data is as well. But with very simple cases, it is pretty easy to just choose the chart you want after selecting the data. Now let's go to Insert. Now instead of selecting the data this time, let's go into our column, simple column chart here. Notice I'm even near the data, so Excel's quickly worked out what I was looking for. I might just make room to fit both of these on the screen. And again, notice, okay, well, maybe this doesn't have all the information that we want. We should always have an axis title. So I'm adding the axis title here, and you've got an option to add one here, and you simply double click and you can start editing what the title is there. We talked about potentially the value of data labels. So notice that includes the label on each, and you're able to manually move them if you like. But that's the basics there. And you can go through and change lots of other things about it, but that's the basics. Fairly easy to do.